welcome back to Let's Build Hogwarts. Part 52. 52 whole weeks, 1 whole year exactly. And look at the amount that we've done within that year. We've done loads. Let's have a bit of a recap. Don't worry, we'll still do an hour's worth of building. So we've got our courtyard, as you can see. Got Filch's office in the corner there. It's been a while since I've seen some of these rooms myself. It's Filch's office with his bedroom upstairs. Let's go this way. We've got the Great Hall entrance with our lovely knight, and the Great Hall itself, which looks awesome. Oh, what you can do is replace those pressure plates with coloured carpets. For example, if we go for green, I'm not going to do them all right now because it would take a little while. So if we go to the end, green, or green down one end and grey down another. Oops. We'll go for the light grey because that's more of a silver colour, isn't it? So if we get rid of that side, there we go, we've got the Slytherin colours. See what I mean? You'll just keep coming back and tweaking things and improving things and altering things. We've got candles now. We didn't have candles when I first built this room. We have candles now, so you could put candles about. You could put candles on the cake, on the pumpkins. Yeah, make it very Halloweeny. Okay, we'll move on because we don't really have time to do that if we want to build our rooms. I'll do that off screen for next time, I think. This is our kitchens. This is where all the house elf works. We don't see this in the films, but it is described in the books with having lots of ovens and fires, which is what we have. Lots of ovens and fires and storage for all the food. Oh, I don't like that. Going to need the doors back too, aren't I? Oh. We don't really have the correct paintings for it. We'll stick with the doors. What you can do, because you can get some texture packs that have got custom made paintings in there, particularly Harry Potter paintings. Not 100% certain where to get them from, but I do know that they are available. So if you can get the Harry Potter paintings, put a sign on there and another sign on that side, and then you can put the painting over the top and you can walk through the painting like we did with Gryffindor Tower. I think the Harry Potter pack that has the Harry Potter paintings actually has a bowl of fruit, so that you can tickle a pear and walk through the painting. This is our kitchen corridor. This is our Hufflepuff. Wow. Very bright. But it's also warm and cosy. That's what it's meant to be. Oh, those doors are a bit strange. Let's fix those doors. That could be from when I converted it to Java, from Java to Bedrock. We've got dormitories. Most of our dormitories are fairly standard. They're more or less the same. We've got several dormitories, except for this last one. This is Professor Sprout's room. Oh, more funny doors. There we go. Those are funny doors too. As are those. See, I did convert it from Java to Bedrock, not easily. It was extremely tricky and we did have many bugs. As you can see, I missed a few. The doors. This is our grand staircase tower. And if we go all the way up to the top, it's a pity we can't make the staircases move. All the way up to the top of the spiral staircase. Woo. And here we have Dumbledore's waiting room. Okay, you're missing a stair there. It's good to go and check on things every now and then because little things do seem to happen, especially in my builds. Here's Dumbledore's office. I think Fawkes has gone again. We did have forks and we did have items on those frames too. They appear to have gone. Again, that's probably when I've converted it, I've just missed it. And I'm fixing things. Dumbledore's private bedroom. It's got a nice big 4-poster bed. It's Dumbledore, it's got to have a big bed. We've got all the house colours all around. I shall have to come back and make some repairs. I shall have to spend some time doing some repairs and stuff like that because there's lots of little bits that I forget to do. So I need to come back and do them. Now originally we had paintings all over our walls and they looked brilliant, absolutely fantastic. However, they also caused a great deal of lag. So what I've done on my main build is I've put pixel art all over the walls, which I need to replicate it on these walls. So I need to spend some time on here doing the pixel art and making some repairs. So we've got our potions corridor, potions classroom 1 based off the first film, potions classroom 2 based on books, potion classrooms 3 because there's a lot of students, we need 3 classrooms. And we've got Aragogs, there's baby Aragog. Oh, text baby Aragog, apparently. Okay, we'll leave baby Aragog in there in his chest. And this is the Death Day Party Hall where Nearly Headless Lick has his party. His Death Day party. Again, this is in the books, not in the films. So we're trying to stick to both. And that's just the end of a corridor. It is the dungeons. It's not meant to be lit and bright and sparkly. It is meant to be gloomy. We've got a lot of excess torches about. Yeah, I shall have to spend some time on these walls. Not putting in all this effort to miss out now. This is the advanced Newt level only students. So this is based on Slughorn's office, well not his office but his classroom. So it's kind of a mixture of practical and theory. And then we have the potions cupboard storeroom. That's where Snape has all of his potions hidden. Again, you see that in the film, in the 4th film in particular. This is Snape's office, which feels a little bare. Why does that feel bare? I'm sure I had potions all over those. I'm certain I had potion item frames and potions all over those actually. They must have disappeared too, so why didn't those disappear? Weird. See, it's good to check on things. This is Snape's bedroom, his personal rooms, which again seems a bit bare, but I think we left it intentionally a bit bare because it's Snape. He doesn't strike me as the type for decorations and stuff like that. Lots of books maybe and potions. Oh, now we go through our secret door here. Not so secret, but well hidden. And we're going down into the Slytherin dungeons for the Slytherin common room. Woo. And if you look out the windows, you can see the lake, which is coming along rather nicely. Everything's growing out there, so it looks like a good lake. You can see the squids. That looks pretty cool, got to admit. Okay, so we need more plant life over that side. So yeah, I shall have to spend a bit of time. Those doors are fine. I must have done that after we converted. Slytherin dormitory rooms. We made 4. You can make more than 4. You've got lots of room under here to make as many rooms as you wish. But we had to draw the line somewhere, otherwise we could have gone on forever. Slytherin rooms. Okay. Now we're going to come back up. And is it this doorway here? Yep. We will eventually turn this room into some sort of recreational room. It's a bit of wasted space. Officially, there's nothing here. It's all staircases. But we've got a bit of wasted space there, so I kind of feel the need to fill it. There's our quad courtyard. We go through the quad, whee, up the stairs. This is the Divination Tower, which I don't think I fixed. Oops. Yes, definitely going to have to make sure I spend a bit of time up here. So we've got Professor Trelawney's rooms. If I can get through the hole. Ugh. Oops, wrong one. There, I got through. Yes, see, I've forgotten to fix it. Ooh. Can't have the holes in the walls. No, Yeah, I accidentally set fire to it. I put fire torches on the staircase and accidentally set fire. As you can see, I've just not got around to fixing it. I'd forgotten. But this is Trelawney's classroom, the divination room. Trelawney strikes me as a very colourful person. So we've got lots of colour. There's no pattern to it at all. It's all a bit random. This is her bedroom with the purples and the pinks, because she strikes me as a purpley pink person. I can't remember what house she's from. I want to say Ravenclaw, but I'm not entirely certain. I can't get down the hole. Go away. Yeah, oh my gosh. There we go. Huh. Got stuck on the ladders. I'm going to have to come and make some repairs anyway, so I might as well make it easier for me to get out. And we're out. Back down to the bottom of our spiral staircase. So that way leads to the grand staircase tower. So that's where we've just come from. This way leads to Gryffindor Tower. We've got Professor McGonagall's rooms. lovely tartan. Which leads up to her bedroom. And we know she's a Gryffindor. And her bedroom is right underneath Gryffindor. So we know that she was close to Gryffindor because she came up and shouted at them when they were having a party because they won the Quidditch Cup in the third film. I think it was the third, not the film, book, third book. Fairly certain, yes, it was the third book. They won the Quidditch World, not the World Cup, the Quidditch House Cup. I can't get through. Why can't I get through? There we go. There's Gryffindor common room. There's the fireplace, so you come through there, you see that. And we go through there. This is the staircase where they go up. And then we have Gryffindor dormitories, which are quite small. We didn't have a great deal of space to work with. We had very little space to work with when it came to Gryffindor because they're in a little tiny tower. Lots of room for Slytherin. Lots of room for Hufflepuff too, because you could always go under as well. You could put more underneath. Okay, and we're going back up again. So this is the prefects. No, not prefects. Yes, prefects, I think. Yes, prefects' rooms. Although I don't think Ron came into them. You don't have to, I don't suppose. You can stay where you want. There's the prefect's bedroom. We're going to take a bit of a shortcut out of here. There we go. Let's fill up our hole again. So down this way, let's go down to the ground floor. This is more quad. I do get the feeling I've missed something. So this is the North Tower. We're going to go up the staircase. That leads on to a quad. I think that's Gryffindor. No. Oh, that's the grand staircase. Okay, yeah, see? Get lost sometimes. That's the grand staircase. Back into our North Tower. Up the stairs. So that leads to a bridge which will lead to the east wing of the castle. Don't worry about the east wing of the castle. It's not going to take as long as you think. It'll be thrown up pretty quickly. I've almost finished it. The exterior anyway. I'm doing the exterior first and then the interior. Because it's a lot harder on that side because we don't know exactly where everything is. What goes where. So there's a lot of guesswork involved as well. So this is the boathouse. I'd forgotten about the boathouse. It's our lovely boathouse where our students come across there. See now we're doing a tour. We might as well see now we're doing a tour. We're going to go across here. See, this is our second boathouse. Don't worry, we're still doing hours worth of building. I'm just having a play. It's a year, so we're celebrating by having a quick recap of everything that we've done. There's our lovely landscaping. I'm quite impressed with that landscape, and that looks pretty good. So we're going to go up these staircases. Through the path. Follow the path, even. Little fountain, waterfall. And this will bring us to Hogsmeade train station. The back end of it, so we go up there. Complete with train. Woo, choo choo. So here's our Hogsmeade station. This side is based on the first couple of films, where we see little Harry get off the train and we see Hagrid waiting. And this side is based on the fifth films. It's the fifth one. You see it at the end where they come through, you see the Thestrals and the carts. I'm not entirely happy with my cart. It's mainly because the ground it's on, it changes the ground. I don't like that, but it's the best we can do. It's the best I can do anyway. So that comes over here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get whoops, so we want an armour stand. You don't have to do this bit, I'm just playing a bit at the minute. We want a lantern. I've done this in my main build. And we want some leather armour. And an anvil. I'm not going to put the instructions up on the screen for this because I don't know if you've actually built the Hogsmeade train station. There are tutorials for the Hogsmeade train station should you wish to. There are tutorials for the train too, should you wish to. I think the train took 2 parts and the train station took 5-6 parts. But we won't. No we don't. No we don't. We're done. Okay, so we're going to put an armour stand there. Let's make it move a bit. Yeah, ooh, put the lantern in your hand. Okay, let's move you a bit. There we go. Bye. Dancing armour, that's what we want. Okay, so we're going to put the name tag out there and we're going to name him Hagrid because it's Hagrid. Whoop, Hagrid, not Hagrid. Hagrid, and oops, we want a wolf egg too. Wolf egg. Thank you very much. And we're going to need a bone to tame said wolf. So if we put wolf there and tame wolf, sit down wolf. It's gotta be Fang. Fang! Bangin' Hagrid, bangin' Hagrid. First year's this way, first year's this way. So they all get off the train. First year's this way. Down here, because you don't actually see the path from the train station to the boat, so you have no idea. We know that they get into boats, so there must be a second boathouse. And first year's come down here. Let's stick a lantern on top of that. Oh. And a lantern there. First year's down here, first year's down here, don't fall off. And then they get in the boats. And then they go all the way across. To which then Hogwarts will pop out the distance. Like they do in the first film. I like it when it pops out like that. Great. It's going to be even better when it's complete. Right, shall we crack on? I think we've covered everything. This is the North Tower. This is where we started our work that we're currently doing. So we'll go all the way up here. We got Fluffy Head 1, 2 and 3. Philosopher. I struggle getting down the hole again. Come on, there we go. Make sure you close it behind you so none of the dogs fall through. Then you fall down here. You fall through the... and you have a nice little look at our Devil's Snare room. See, this is the Philosopher's Stone's room. Philosopher's Stone. One stone. It's Devil's Snare. Devil's Snare is deadly fun, but will suck in the sun. See, I looked it up just to double check. That's all growing rather nicely, isn't it? So then we're going to drop down here. Eventually. I might turn that to 1. Yeah. And then we're going to come down the corridor, because we don't know what corridors are in between each room, because she only describes the rooms themselves. And this is where we're up to. So the next room would be the key room, where all the flying keys are, and Harry gets on his broom and flies around to try and get the correct one. So that's what we're going to build now. So I have changed my measurements a bit. On my main build, I haven't done it on a super flat world. I've done it on a normal world, so I had to dig out every room. So it's a lot harder there, because you can't see what you've got and where you can go. Here, I can see exactly what space I've got, where I can go and where I can't go, because on the other world, every time I kept bumping into the dungeons. I don't have to worry about that here, so we can change our measurements about and be a little bit more free with what we're doing. So that's what we're going to do. So Centaur, if you're watching, it might be slightly different. What did I do wrong there? There we go. So, for our equipment, so what time are we on? 1:45. Right, so we're going to call it a nice hour here. We've had a nice little lovely recap and a nice little tour. So now let's crack on with our build. We're going to do an hour's worth of building, so it's 1:45 for me. We'll stick to 1:45. Wrong buttons again. So for our equipment, we're going to start off with stone. Stone bricks. Cobblestone. We're going to have some glowstone to light things up along the way. There are glowstone lights in here anyway. Stone brick stairs. Stone brick wall. And lanterns. Some oak trapdoors. And I think that's it. Door. Spruce door. Spruce door. That'll do for the time being. It'll certainly do for this room anyhow. So we pulled this out 13 blocks if I remember correctly. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 blocks. However, that's too much. I have made a slight boo-boo. In fact, I made a big boo-boo. So if this video is a little strange, I apologise now, because this is actually the second time that I've recorded this, because I recorded it, I did it, and then when I came out I realised I made a huge mistake. So I've had to undo my work and re-record. But I'm trying to cheat and spice in the old one with the new one. So it's turned into a bit of a mess, this one. But anyhow, we're going to try again. Or I'm going to try again. So we've got our staircase there coming down from the vine room, and this is 13 blocks long. We're going to knock it back. We're going to knock it. Get in there. Thank you. Right. So what we're going to do is we're coming down the stairs. And I think we'll go where this torch is. So we've got 1, 2, 3. We're going to poke a hole there. And we're going to come out. Out. 1, 2, 3. We're going to bring this out with us. No, we're not. We're going to change that to stone. Door, spruce door. Spruce door. Okay. So I'm going to put a door there, like so. In fact, let's bring this out another block. 1. And then put a door there. Ta-da! So we've come out this angle. But there's a reason that we need a double door, and that reason will become very evident later. So leave that one there and then cut that off and take away all of this bit here. It's not needed. Kicking myself for making such a big obvious mistake. I put the room in the wrong place. So originally I put the room coming out this way, so it stuck out in all the landscaping. It was sticking out over here, and there was just no way you could hide that with the landscaping, and I don't understand why I did such a big mistake, but mistakes happen. So fill that in. There we go. That looks better. So we've got a double doorway. Here we go. So our room is now going to go here, and then the next room, which will be the chest room, will go underneath the dungeons. But let's start off with this room first. This room is the flying key room, where Harry is on his brooms, flying around all the archways, chasing the keys for the door. I don't know if I've already said this. Like I say, I might be repeating myself a bit now because I made mistakes. I'm repeating bits and not repeating some bits because I don't have the time to record the entire episode, so I'm going to chop and change, and yeah. But hopefully it will still make sense. I will make sure of it. Right, so the measurements for this key room. So we're going to count the door, and then we're going to go to the right of the door. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, including the door. I'm going to use stone. Let's just put a bit of light out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bring this out, and it's going to curl around it like so. And then this side, let me double check my numbers, count twice. You'd think I'd know this because I've literally just done it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the other side wants to be not counting the door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this side 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So again, bring this out and curl it round. Let's put a bit of light in there. And we want to bring the room out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So bring this round. Oops. Curl it round. And bring it out to meet this. Square it up. Same with this, bring this round. Whee. Okay, fill in the floor with stone. I used a little bit of fast forward here. A smidgen. Okie dokie, and we are now going to go 15 high. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So bring all your walls up to match that. So we're going to use a bit more fast forward here. Okie dokie, so now all we need to do is, I'm just throwing a bit of cobblestone about so that we can see. It will all be changed and moved around later anyhow. So just going to put a ceiling on top now. Across the top like so. Put it on the top so you still have 15 blocks in the middle there. And we'll smooth it off because we can. Right, so let me just check the placement of this room before I go ahead and continue. That's better. Yes, we can easily hide that under the landscaping now. I had it sticking out so far, no amount of landscaping would have changed it. Well, it would, but it wouldn't look like Hogwarts. It would be completely different. Right, and I've gone and locked myself out of it again. So we're going to break in. Like so. Now then, for the interior of the key room. Right. I've got to admit, I'm not entirely happy with this room. I've never been entirely happy with this room. I have made several alterations and it just doesn't feel right. So if you have any ideas on how to do this differently, go right ahead. And then come show me and I might copy you. Right, so for the time being, we are going to stick with what we've got because it's okay. It's fine. You can see what it's supposed to be, but it's just something's not right. It's off. Okay, right. So let me just count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's on the 10th one. Okay, so we need our stone brick wall, and we're going to go in this corner, and we're going to come up 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the same in this corner. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you've guessed it, in this corner too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're also going to come alongside the door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to come identical on the other sides. Follow the path. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we're going to start with a corner. Put plenty of light about so you guys can see what I'm about to do. So on the 10th one, we're going to come out that way, and out that way, and out that way. So we're making a square. Then put one on top of the corner, and then make another square. On top of that, and another square, and do this until you hit the ceiling. Like so. You need to do the same in every corner. So start off making a square, put one on top of the corner piece, and then make another square. And repeat until you hit the ceiling. These are meant to be pillars and archways that Harry flies around. Oops. Is that right? Let me check. Yep, that's right. So do the same in the other corners. And in this one, out all the way up to meet the ceiling. So that's what we're looking like for the moment. Okay dokie, so my side ones. Very similar with the side ones, only we're coming out in a rectangle. So we're putting one either side, then we're coming out one. So it's a rectangle. One up there. Almost meeting. Same with this one. Got a rectangle. So that's what we look like at the moment. So all we want to do now is just join them up. I can put a light about. Just join them up. Join them up on the inside. Like that. Yeah, that looks better. Join them up, bring it down a bit. No, that's not right. Fill it in the middle and bring the middle down a bit. That's it. And then stick lanterns on those. Archways where Harry flies around. So let's remove our glowstone. Go. I think that's all of it. Yep. So we're not done. We want stone bricks next, and we're going to put. Let me just double check where I put them. We've got one missing there. That's not right. See, I've got one missing on my main build. Okay, so we're going to put one in the middle here. We've got 1, 2, 3 at that end, and 3 there. And we're going to go 4 blocks high. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Glowstone on top and oak trapdoors. Same over here. It might not be in the middle. We're going to get close as we can. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So that's as good as we can get. Unless, of course, you alter the shape. I don't know why I made this the size I made it. I think it was because I was digging it out and I wasn't sure what was where. I wanted to make it as big as possible, but I was worried about interfering with the dungeons. So you could make it a block wider. But then your bits at the top won't go right. So if you do make it wider, you're going to have to alter this at the top. But if you don't like that at the top, that's fine. I'm not a big fan of it either. That's what I mean, I'm not a big fan of this room. It doesn't feel quite right. Something's off. And we're going to put 2 over here. So there's our door. We're going to put 2 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's make that a little bit closer. There's a gap of 3 there and a gap of 3 there. Yeah, it works for us on this side. And same over here. Leave a gap of 3 and a gap of 3 there. Should be 5 in the middle there. Yep. And 1 over here. This is another one that's not going to go quite centre. Okie dokie. Get rid of all that. Oh, we have stone brick stairs. Just put your stone brick stairs around the base. Finishes it off quite nicely. And there we go. So all that's missing now is some flying keys. Again, Minecraft doesn't have flying keys, but it does have bats. Bats are the closest thing I can think of to flying keys. Okay, so let's sort out our tag first. So I'm going to put that in there, and we're going to name it Flying Key. So this is where we're going to get a bit tricky. I got him. It's best to do it in a corner because then you can get the bat straight away more or less. Don't know if I got that one. Got him. Got him. Got ya. Ah, I missed him. Oh. Oh. This is where it gets a little bit tricky now. Oops, a daisy. Putting doors everywhere. There we go. I think we'll leave it at that. You can just put some more in there. Whee! Oh, oh. And there are flying keys. So bear in mind that these are noisy as well. So let's just see how noisy we are at the moment. So it's all a case of you can have as many as you want for as long as you can tolerate the noise. I think that's okay, I think we'll leave it at that. Let's turn that sound back off. And there we have it, a flying room key. Flying key room even. See, I get my words fiddled. Flying key room. They will all eventually land and stuff like that and hover up there. So what we're going to do now is we just need to stick a door. Ah, that's escaped. And that's why we put a double door there. Because it works. It keeps the bats inside. Sorry, our flying keys. It keeps our flying keys inside. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to put a double door here too. See, another one's escaped. Right, we're going to put another double door in. So let's put in another two. I'm going to go for stone brick walls this time. And stone ceiling. And then we're going to put in torch. And we'll stick that in there. And then we'll put another door there. Okay, no more bats are going to escape. Well, if they do, they won't get far. You might get them back inside. Right. Ta-da! So where are we facing now? Right, so what we need to do is we need to come down again. And we're going to come down 13. So we need our stone stairs, stone bricks and stone for the time being. I realise we might be all higgledy-piggledy with my inventory, but that's because we've chopped and changed with these videos now. I am now on my third attempt of trying to record this due to interruptions. It's just not my day today. Right, how many have we done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're on level 26. Again, if you started your build after the level increase update, then you're going to have a slightly different number. In theory, it should just be a case of take away or add 60. In theory. My math is not that good. Right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to, let's see where we stand in terms of visuals. So we're sticking out there, but that's fine. We've got plenty of room here because that's going to slope down. We've got plenty of room, but I think we'll edge more over to that side. Be on the safe side. But first, box in your stairs. We're going to use stone bricks this time. make it a little bit different each time. So you're not using the same block all the time, because it does get a bit boring when you're using the same blocks all the time, doesn't it? So we're just putting one on the edges, like so. Again, it doesn't matter how messy you are on the outside, nobody's going to see it. So add, so I think that's a good level, so we're adding 1, 2, 3 onto each. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No, let's add 4. So we're going to come out this way by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're adding 4 onto each one. So there should be 5 in total. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and we're just going to cover the top over in stone. Throw another torch in there so we can see. Stone bricks over the top, like so. A bit like putting the lid on. Okay, so that's our staircase coming down. Okay, so do want to edge more over this way, so our next room needs to be 28 by 28, so it's a perfect square. Right, but we don't want this doorway in the middle of our square, because then we're going to have something like 14 blocks hanging out here, and while I'm fairly confident it will be covered up with landscaping, it's a risk I'd rather not take. So what we're going to do is we're going to count that as our corner. So we're going to make our doorway in the corner of the room. No, we're not. No. A couple of blocks in from the corner of the room. I'm making this up as I go along. Feels like I am anyway. Right, okay, yes, because we'll have a nice fiery torch there, which gives us 2 block leeway. Right, that sounds like we've got a working plan. Okay, so we need 28 on the inside, so you're actually moving by adding 29. So 28, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Add one more, so it's 29. Don't count that corner block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay, add one more, it's 29. And then hopefully you should just be able to bring this out. Okay, so just go around the outside with the stone wall, stone brick. Right, should we count again? I know I'm tired. You're probably tired of me counting, but it's best to double check. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we've got 30. Okay. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Right, I've not got my head on straight today. So that's 25, 26, 27, 28. So we want our blocks to come in there. So take 2 away. I've really not got my head on straight today. I'm very sorry, I am making a right mess of this. This video is just not going my way today. Or yesterday. Or the day before. Right, so now we're going to double check that wall. Just to be on the safe side, because I've made a mess once already. Odds are I've made a mess again. Which I think I have. Right. It's just not going my way here. Go back to bed and start again. Right. That side is definitely 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. $20, 25, 26, 27, 28. Woohoo! That was hard work. Trying to make a 28 by 28 block was very hard work. Ay. It's just not been a good couple of days. It's just not. I think this video's jinxed. Right, so fill in the floor with stone, or cobblestone, or stone brick, whichever you feel. We're going to go for stone, because I've already started with stone. Right, okay, height. Now, if I'm correct, we are under the dungeons. So we're going to make it as high as we can until we stop at the dungeons, essentially. So we're going for stone brick walls. and we're just going to bring it all the way out until we can't any further, until it meets this wall. So you should have gone up, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should have gone up 8 blocks. Okie dokie, and as you may have guessed, just fill in the walls. So we're going to use a little bit of fast forward here, and then we'll sort out the ceiling. The ceiling is going to be a lot easier though, because we're going to use what's already there. For the time being, fill in your walls. Okay, so for our ceiling we are going to use cobblestone because we've already got cobblestone up there, so we're going to make the most of it. Now you should, in theory, be able to get rid of these corner pieces. Yep. And replace it with cobblestone. Oh, got more flying keys. So hopefully is that all of it? Yeah, that's all cobblestone now. So just fill the rest in with cobblestone. And that's the room setup anyway. So kill the bats, because we don't want any bats in our chest room. Nope. Where are they? Come here, bats. Got one left. Right, hopefully that's all the bats. Right, I think that's probably it for today. So next time we're going to decorate this room. This is our chessboard room. I do suspect that that will take up the majority of an hour. There's a lot of detail to be added into this. There's a lot of fiddly little bits. The chess pieces, I have come up with something where we can put in chess pieces. So that's probably going to take a good chunk of our time next time. If we're lucky, we might get to build the next room. The next room, if I remember correctly, is the troll room. The troll room is only in the books, but we're still going to put it in. So for those who don't know, the troll room is a room with a troll inside. So it's a little room. Well, it's a big room because it's a big troll. But when Harry, Ron and Hermione get there... Is it Ron in the book? I can't remember who was there in the books now. It's not all three of them. I think it might just be Ron. Harry and Hermione. Oh, I don't know. My mind's frazzled today. So in the troll room, they approach the troll room. There's a troll in there, but it's already unconscious because Quirrell's already taken care of it. Only they think it's Snape and Quirrell at that point. So with a bit of luck, we might get to build that room. Obviously, we don't have a troll. Minecraft doesn't have trolls. Not yet. They might do in the future. So we're just going to put our own big beastie in there. I like the Ravengers, so we'll just stick a Ravenger in a room, and that's our troll. It's as close as I can think of. Yeah, it's just a big beastie. A troll is a big ugly beastie. The Ravenger is a big ugly beastie. So that's what the plan's going to be for next time. Decorate the chest room, and if we're lucky, we'll build another room. So that's it for today. I apologise for this video being all over the place. My mind is just frazzled. It's taken 3 attempts to get this video recorded. It's just turned into one big ugly mess. I hopefully will put links for the tutorials to the Hogsmeade station and the Hogwarts Express should you wish to have a go at those. I'll put links to those in the description, as well as a link to our Discord server, the Potter's Knights. Come join us, come say hello, come show us your builds, show us what you've got. And that's it for today. So until next time, guys, take care of yourselves, like and subscribe.